Previously on Ex-Wives of Rock.
Former lead singer for the band, Warrant, Janie Lane, was found dead.
I always felt that he didn't have his alcoholism under control.
This year has been the roughest year of my life. I have a court date with James. He's bringing me in here to not pay.
You know what, I gotta go. I'm tired of hearing about Damon. I'm tired of hearing about James. If you keep landing in the same pile of doo-doo, maybe you might want to take a different path.
The ex-wives haven't always felt like they could count on other people. And by other people, I mostly mean their exes.
I was married to James Kotak of the Scorpions. Probably the dumbest mistake I've ever made.
I was married to Jenny Lane, didn't work out. Engaged to Tommy Lee, not so much. My ex is Jerry Dixon of the Rockman Warrant. I was very naive.
I was married to Vince Neil from Motley Crue. Great frontman, not a good husband.
So what if their ex-husbands could be unreliable goofballs? They know they can always depend on each other.
I have some great friends.
They make each other laugh at the expense of other friends. They discuss their problems calmly in an atmosphere of love and mutual respect.
You snort, you have gas.
But of all the things these ladies do for each other,
Beautiful!
of all the ways they show their friendship, perhaps the most obvious and reliable sign of their deep, lasting bond is that they still pick each other up from the airport.
I'm going to pick up Athena. She's coming in from Vegas. You have to really like a person to pick them up at the airport. That's a big favor.
Oh, traffic. Stop!
Really?
Hey, watch yourself,
Hey,
bitch.
so who are you honking at?
People.
I was hanging out for the weekend with a ton of friends, so I'm pretty burnt, but it was a blast. It was the first weekend ever I've been to Vegas and not stayed up the entire time drunk. I would go to Vegas and forget being there.
Really?
Yeah, I've done that. I have never laughed so much in one weekend.
I don't even know what that's like.
At home, things are pretty bad. They're really, actually, not cool at all.
And by not cool, she means utterly disastrous. If you recall, Bobbie moved in with her boyfriend Damon, who was away at rehab.
Are you moving in with him?
Yes, I am.
Why?
You're going into a situation that has never worked yet.
What the are you thinking? I'm hoping for the best.
Well, Damon finally got out, and Bobbie freaked out.
You told me to move in.
I didn't tell you to move in, babe.
And yet, despite the tension, Bobbie still hasn't moved out.
Was I the biggest idiot in the whole world?
Still hasn't dumped Damon.
What are you guys talking about in the bathroom? I know this is not what you were really doing in the bathroom.
And it's making her sick, literally.
Uh-oh, my stomach's starting to fuck off
You
bad.
don't have a stomach flu.
I do.
And Athena is sick of hearing about it.
You have the funk, man. Get out of your house. I just want you where I'm at right now.
I know. I'm
So?
doing everything I can to do it. I just need help.
I'm trying to help you. Just get
Oh,
out.
you telling me that I need to do it doesn't help me.
We all try to at least help, but it doesn't matter what any of us say. She doesn't want to hear it. Your surroundings blow. Let's move out today. What's the problem?
I'm driving you home.
But that's why you're driving me to my house right now, because you're
So
gonna
I can spend
stay
the night?
there.
That's not gonna help me. You have no air conditioning. And I have the shits.
We had almost exact conversation 5 or 6 times now. You need to be away from him.
I know we've been talking about it. I just gotta actually put the action behind the words now.
Yeah,
Handle
but
it.
I've been doing this with you for like a while now. I could physically go pick her ass up, put her on my back and walk her down the street and set her down and she would turn around and walk back. I'm exhausted being your friend.
Athena's not the only one who's frustrated with a friend.
Ashley Paige is a renowned designer, but the numbers that Ashley was quoting me were absolutely astronomical.
Okay, that's $10,000 for me to do that. The second thing is $50,000.
But I was super excited to be a part of whatever it was that she was doing.
We're gonna do Italian Vogue.
I'm blown away.
We're about to change the pole dancing apparel forever.
This is definitely the direction that the business should be going in, so I've just got to dive in head first.
I can think of someone who may not share your enthusiasm.
Hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
I was just working on some numbers for your business and wanted to know if you wanted to.
That'll be great. My husband's opinion is very important to me. He's a very savvy and very smart businessman, and I could learn a thing or two from the way he does things. What'd you think about her stuff?
I think she's amazing.
Well, her stuff is fabulous. I mean, it's couture. She does couture suits.
She's really awesome. I think her stuff's really awesome, but maybe like walking before you run seems to make a lot of sense. I mean, she was throwing around like some pretty big numbers that we were gonna have to either write the check or go find investors. Taking on investors when you're just in the concept phase, they're gonna want control of your business.
Basically, he said that it was not really doable with Ashley right now.
I'm making investments in my business too, so investing in this, in my company, and a third business, there's not enough money.
The line is essential to my brand. The most obvious answer here is I need to get Sharise on board in a big way. Sharice's stuff is perfect, and Sharise is amazing, and I love the idea of doing something with somebody that I know and have known for such a long time and that I trust.
Maybe my memory's going, but I seem to recall Sharise doesn't exactly feel the same way.
You're gonna do my line of clothing?
I already have 3 lines on a bikini line.
You're so freaking time.
Sharise has only turned me down twice.
I don't even eat lunch half the time downtown. I just starve.
Well, maybe it's 3 times. I think the other times that I've asked, she's been a little bit too busy with her new line coming out.
Let me see if I have extra small.
But now that that line is rolling out, I feel like I can roll in. I don't need 64 pieces right now. I need some booty shorts and some t-shirts.
It'd be awesome to have 64 clients to buy pieces.
Coming up,
Bobbie's not coming. Got in a fight, and she has to move out today.
It's in everyone's best interest to help Bobbie, because then we can at least stop hearing about Damon.
Are you still having sex with him?
Yes.
Why?
it would not be stretching the truth to say that both Bobbie and Blue have been laboring under some delusions.
I didn't tell you to move in here.
He most certainly did ask me to move in.
For Bobbie, it was thinking that she and Damon have any kind of a future.
It's been crazy, it's been bad.
You are too beautiful and have too much to offer. Put up with that crap.
And for Blue,
We're about to change the pole dancing apparel forever.
I'm blown away.
it was believing she had a future as a clothing mogul.
She was throwing around like some pretty big numbers. Walking before you run seems to make a lot of sense.
Of course, realizing you're completely divorced from reality is one thing.
It'd be awesome to have 64 clients to buy pieces.
Doing something about it, well, that takes a little more work.
Let's move out today.
I'm doing everything I can.
I'm exhausted being your friend.
One ex-wife who's basking in a moment of clarity, though, is Athena.
I've been trying to disappear and so trying to just forget everything that I've actually forgot to take care of myself. I just need your help.
She knows exactly what's wrong with her life, and she's not afraid to tell people,
Divorce, divorce, divorce.
whether they want to hear it or not.
Divorce.
I'm tired of hearing about Damon. I'm tired of hearing about James. You know what? I gotta go.
Okay.
What?
If you keep landing in the same pile of doo-doo, maybe you might want to take a different path.
Which is why Blue absolutely, positively refuses to hang out with Oh, never mind.
Athena called me thinking that it might be a good idea for us to get together and go search for a new apartment for Bobbie.
That's a nice area right there. That's a good price
Oh,
for
is that one of the
Wilshire Quarter condos?
The condos?
Yeah.
If we're gonna sit and wait for Bobbie to make a move, I will be in the same seat next year saying the same thing. So we're just gonna do it for her.
She needs a place like yesterday. It probably is in everyone's best interest for us to help Bobbie get out of her situation, because then we can at least stop hearing about Damon.
You have to drink your coffee like a lady. Dude, feast your little kooky blue eyes on this.
I'm so scared.
Look what I got yesterday. James got liposuction, and I got the bill.
Seriously? Really? Liposuction?
He got liposuction 2 days ago, and I'm getting billed for it. Like it's my responsibility to suck the Jack Daniels and fat out of his ass.
Well, he did look a little tighter around the chin.
Bobbie's not coming.
Ask her why.
What? Got in a fight, and she has to move out today.
Man, she needs to move today.
I know, but in 10 minutes, they could be okay again. I'm not being mean, I'm just saying, like, I've tried to get her to come stay at my house a million times, and she won't do it.
What? For her to find somebody like my husband. Somebody that's nice and smart and respects her and admires her.
Your husband keeps asking you.
My husband?
Your husband.
Are you trying to see Bobbie's
You could say no.
I said no.
Stop being inappropriate.
Maybe Tripp's a bad example.
I gotta get her here.
That's
I'm
what he
about
said
to
about
do
her.
a Bobbie-vention, or whatever you call it.
I believe she's talking about an intervention, and no doubt it seems like a good idea. Right now, anyway.
I was gonna say, you're coming with me, you're gonna have fun all day, and then you're gonna go
Why don't
like,
you text her that? Why don't you text her? Just say, just come with us.
Did I?
Yeah. Athena's suggestion about doing an intervention with Bobbie is probably a really good idea. The only way that I'm actually going to be involved in this, though, is if Sharise is involved as well, because I can't handle the Misery Twins alone.
The ladies agree to head to Blue's
Hello, ladies.
for a Bobbie intervention / dinner / pool party.
Where's Bob? Helping Blue cook. It's fun. She's very anal about the way things go. She hates when I do this. Bless her heart, you know? She's easy target for me. It's sad, but it's true.
Hey, I can juggle. Did you know that?
You want some of this?
What?
Oh! Go outside and stay out there. It's burnt. Oh! Stop doing that! I'm deaf in one ear from that thing. Stop doing that. Give it to me right now. Yeah! You are done. This is gone.
Oh, boy.
God, you're like a child.
Take the
I need to get some mature friends. Sharise, will you please turn the salmon off? You are banned. Have your horn back when you leave. You are cleaning that up.
Go get my
Just
horn.
so you know, I have to take care of the fish right now. She's the reason that I'm making this meal so that we can have a conversation with her, and I just want her to go home. Stop doing that!
Coming up,
You make the decisions that put you where you are in life. That's
Right.
bottom line is that.
I know what the I need.
I'm just over it.
I can't even hear it anymore.
There comes a point where you just want to be like,
there's no question the ex-wives love each other. Even if that love can be on the tough side from time to time.
Bobbie, what the are you thinking?
And today, tough love from the other ladies is exactly what Bobbie will be getting.
We're gonna hang out at the pool, but it's really because we're done. We're done seeing Bobbie bummed out, so this is our time to all be there and just let her know what's up.
So last night, I get a knock at the door, I open the door, and this guy's like, oh, Damon left his phone. So I got his phone, and of course I went through it, and I was so irritated, dude.
why?
Do you want to hang out later? I dreamt about you last night.
Ew, what, text from
Some
chicks?
girl?
No, him to a girl. A girl in porn.
He's texting her.
I mean, it's not funny.
Most people would be like, treat me like see you later. Bobbie's like, treat me like ooh, come here. Give me a little more.
Why are you still there?
Because I haven't found a place I like. Right now.
Bobbie, are you still having sex with him?
Yes.
Why?
It's over. Why are you still having sex with him?
Because I'm horny? I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that's a strong argument, but I mean, we do have a lot of sex.
It feels like rewarding him for bad behavior.
Yeah. No, I didn't think that till this morning, because I was like, God, should I even do this? Because I was like,
Him this morning.
yeah.
I just want to throw up a little bit in my mouth.
It's frustrating when you love somebody and you watch them continually make bad mistakes.
Don't have sex with him. Don't have sex with him.
Why? It doesn't make me like him more or want to be with him. I'm not attracted to him.
Obviously you are, otherwise you would have left 3 months ago. I feel like a broken record sometimes. It's probably annoying to hear, but you know, we gotta say it, we're her friends.
It's just hard for us to see you always exhausted
And you're
about
health
crying
suffering.
all
And you're
day.
crying.
It's like harpies.
You have bad credit and no bank account.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, I know. I'm trying to get out. It's not like I'm trying to stay there, guys.
No, Athena said you could stay at her house.
In Egypt? No.
I think you like it.
You don't know any better.
I don't know any better. I don't have a plush house where my husband, you know, has money and I can do whatever I want.
You make the decisions that put you where you are in life.
That's right.
Bottom line is that.
I know what I need. You say we've got to do all, but we don't do that.
Well, we're
when
willing
things
to
at
do
the end of
that
the
when
day.
you're ready.
Really? Then guys don't promise to help me and not show up in my house. And help me.
Oh, that's fighting words.
We're all willing to help you when you say, today's the day. We're all gonna show up and do it that day.
Really?
But
Yeah.
lots of times you've said,
But
I'm sick.
911,
I changed my mind today.
I'm-
I sat there for 2 hours and downloaded all these places for you to look at.
That was
I called
one day.
Athena. But that's the day.
I don't always feel that good on those days. What am I supposed to do?
I'm just over it. I am over all of the reasons that she can't move.
I can't even hear it anymore.
Now, I'm here for you if you actually want the help, but you don't want the help, and now you're saying I don't want to help. There comes a point when you just want to be like,
Hey,
treat you
shut it.
right.
Stop.
You have to
Stop.
get realistic.
Not be,
You have to
stop.
get- You have to
Stop.
get realistic, but no, you
Stop.
stop. You stop. Get you
I'm trying to
realistic.
talk. I'm not an idiot. I have everybody giving me all this advice when really I feel stupid and dumb and hurt and I'm trying to be strong and he's screwing with my head and doing crazy stuff and my ex-husband just died and I have, you know, no money and like just, it's all this and then people are going like, so why don't you just get your shit and move out? Like, yeah, it's like that, huh? It's really like that? Just like, okay. Off.
Dude, really?
I don't need it, you guys.
She doesn't want it. If she wanted it, she would do something about it.
All things considered, it didn't go well.
Blue,
What?
I want my horn and my string.
Coming up,
I told you not to date him. I said you could have sex with him if you had to.
That kind of happens a lot.
All right, I'm disappointed in you.
The line is essential, I think, to my brand.
What I'd like to do is a partnership.
she doesn't hear no for an answer.
can there be any act of love greater than picking somebody up at the airport?
I'm an excellent friend. I am.
So how then did it come to this?
Hey, shut it. Stop.
No, babe, you
Stop.
really have to get you
I'm trying to
realistic.
talk.
Well, the story more or less starts and ends with Bobbie.
I've been on and off with Damon for 7 years. It's been pretty crazy. Lies, deception, cheating. I mean, you name it. It's been crazy.
How are you back with him, Bobbie?
Why are you still there?
You need to be away from him.
Of course, now that she's saying she wants out,
I can't take it. I'm having a breakdown.
when the other ex-wives reach out to help,
That's
I'm
what he
about
said
to
about
do
her.
a Bobbie venture.
it doesn't exactly end well.
We
That's
care
'cause you
about
live
you.
with
I gotta
first.
go. No, no, no.
None of this changes the fact that she probably still needs to leave Damon. The only difference is, now she has no one to turn to for help. Well, almost no one.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so obvious. All right,
What's so obvious?
that you wouldn't have left.
Guy is a relationship therapist, and I met him via Sharise.
Hi, Bobbie. Ultimately, there's only one idiot in the equation.
It's me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you stay in it.
Thanks. I do know that I can rely on Guy Blues to maybe give me some closure on this.
I told you not to date him. I said you could have sex with him if you had to.
That kind of happens a lot.
All right, I'm disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what
clarify
I
it.
want to do either. You know, I go back and forth between, you know, I do love him, I do want to be with him, to he makes me crazy.
Why are you in a relationship with someone that doesn't have any respect for you and makes you crazy?
Because I guess I'm just as crazy and love him still.
That's not a reason. You love someone because they make you feel good, they're respectful, they give you opportunities to do things you wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Your reason to love him is insecurity and fear.
Okay, is that what that
Okay,
is?
Yeah. If you live on your own now, it means that you're establishing a foundation for yourself. That is, I'm okay on my own, and you're not reliant upon someone else. And also, you don't have the excuse of someone else messing up your life. You really need to work hard at saving up your money, which will get rid of some of the anxiety, and then it'll give you the opportunity to get away from him.
At this point, the worst thing I could do is nothing.
Ah, sounds like Bobbie's finally developing a grasp on the obvious. Something you can't necessarily say for Blue.
I've called Sharise over, and we're going to talk about her potentially doing my clothing line. I'm gonna try to get Sharise onto Team Blue by doing the same thing that Ashley did to me, which is flatter her shamelessly. I am so blown away by what you do.
Ashley Paige must have just blown her head up.
How much is she charging? 10,000? 20,000 a month.
You were so right.
I told
First
you,
of all,
I
were
my business.
You were so right.
She might be trying to charge you $5,000 a month.
I do not think that Blue can afford Ashley Paige. Oh, I love this. What'd she say?
10,000 to sketch it out.
Just a sketch?
50,000 to actually make patterns and then send me on my way.
Shut up.
But
$50,000 for a line, I could make her a line for 2.
You came up there in your Louboutins. She was like, cha-ching, cha-ching. I was gonna charge her $5,000, but now I saw her car 10.
Do you think, really?
What did you say? Did you call her on it?
I was so, like, blown away that
You were
she was
flattered
so...
by the compliments?
Yes.
You're easy to get in bed.
You were right. Baby steps. Baby steps is the key.
Well, it's nice to be right. This is a good lesson for Blue. Although now she's gonna want me to do it.
You're my friend. I trust you.
Yes.
I want to get off the ground. The line is essential, I think, to my brand. So I'm really hoping that Sharise and I are going to be able to go forward with this project. What I'd like to do is a partnership.
Oh, Blue wants me to do it. Surprise. She doesn't hear no for an answer.
Next time on the season finale of Ex-Wives of Rock.
These are the people who are not coming to help me today. Sharise, Athena, and Blue.
Where have you been all this time? I can't think of any worse time for this to be going on.
Nobody's seen Athena in several days. Everybody's getting really worried.
Staten's just so much bigger than me.
She's drinking herself to death.